Hey, there we go. Hi, everybody. Hi, how are you doing? Uh,
Hello again.
yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to the third and final hour and change of our one shot of Life on Mars by Ross Cowman. This is going to be our conclusion of today's game. So it's gonna be super fun. We're gonna see how this gets wrapped up today, and then we're gonna spend a little bit of time having a little post mortem about the game and what we liked, what we didn't like. Maybe look at it a little bit of a critique in terms of like design and that kind of stuff, and what we would do again if we played it again. Just that kind of like fun stuff. And we always love hearing your thoughts at the end of that as well. That being said, I also want to admit that I done goofed a little bit on that scene. So what we did was on the top of Life on Mars there, but we did that scene where we took the rover out and we went over to the that supply station, or that outpost, the field lab. That's not supposed to happen unless we chose the rover on Mars, because I'm a dummy. And when I read the rules and it said open the book, since it's a PDF, I wasn't sure what they actually meant. How that works. I thought that was just like the top, like it was like a fold out kind of thing. So that was my bad. We fixed it. We're just gonna quick do a little retcon a little bit, and we're gonna salvage it just like you would salvage any mission when things go wrong. And we're just gonna get back into the swing of things, guys. So I'm going to move everyone's names and everything's over here, but that's no longer black, so that's our white. It's gonna go black. And so for this part of the game, just like we were doing beforehand with our spaceship, we're actually going to be tracking our launch window because we need to go back to Earth at some point, right? And the way we do that is just like every month or whatever. We are going to spend doing
I,
3 scenes total. What?
I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't say months, but I
Oh,
assume.
it's each turn.
Oh, really? Each turn.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good read. Good read.
So we each get about 4 scenes then.
Yeah, so we're gonna get 4 scenes of as
God.
this
Okay,
goes
yeah.
down for
I was
the
I was about to say like, wow, we're gonna spend a long time here.
Yeah, I was
cool.
about to say that's like 36 turns.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy, yeah, okay, Lord of the Rings in it. Okay, yeah. So after each turn, so our launch window is gonna get closer. So we spent all that time on that space shuttle, and then a little bit of time on Mars. Oh, that's so good. That's so nice. What a nice touch. So, there's a new rule for these game, or this part of the game. This is something that I skipped, and this was my little goof here. That there's a pink arrow for some of these, and this means that I need to describe deploying this module before you choose it. And I didn't do that when I chose that rover because of my mistake. So what happened? Whatever. Still a good scene. Just like
Yeah.
any story game, when you make a mistake, you just keep going. No big deal, right?
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
with that out of the way here, I'm just gonna zoom in so we can kind of see some of these options. Let's get back to the game, right? Eh, eh,
Yes.
eh. All right, let's don our spacesuits. Let's Mars it up.
Quick question before we get into it though. Are we just describing the deployment for the first time that we do it, or is it every single time that we deploy a new module?
No, it's the first time.
Okay, so just the first time.
Yep. Players have to describe deploying a module before they can use the other protocol listed on that space. For example, the first time I go to the workshop, I describe setting it up. Later on your turn, now that the workshop is set up, you can use the other protocol listed there.
There we go.
Cool.
And there it is in the rules.
Okay. Now that we figured it out, it makes a lot more sense. Which
I mean, it's really embarrassing. There's like 6 rules to this game, and I
there
managed
are.
to fuck it up. I'm so sorry, Ross.
that's the worst part too. When you're sitting there like, this
Uh,
doesn't make sense. Why would it be like this? And
Yeah.
it's not like that. Oh no, I messed up.
it's a
Cryohydrate.
failure. It's a failure of me misinterpreting how PDFs are laid out. That's my
Yeah.
bad. Cool.
It's cryostasis.
It's all it's all that cryostasis.
We woke up in a cryostasis and we were like, where is everything? I don't know.
I should have been reading the manual instead of doing those Hail Marys, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's move along. We're losing our Martian time here on the surface. So let's talk about this. What are we doing?
Where do I want to go?
That's true. Oh, no, Kelsa Delphi. Kelsa, you're absolutely right. It wouldn't be an episode of Once Upon a Game if you didn't mess up at least one rule. Yeah.
But it was like 1 of 6, so proportionally, it's.
I know. Stop. If we stop talking about it, it didn't happen.
Nick, did you have a thing you wanted to do?
I kind of do, but do you have one that's kind of pressing? I don't know where I want to stage it now. I'm gonna.
Mine's not pressing. I was going to set up the workshop.
Okay, then go ahead.
Okay.
Still
Sure.
thinking about mine a little bit.
Okay. Yep. So I guess this will be see, I guess it's very, very different whether it's after or before what just happened. So I'll put it before.
Dealer's
I'll put it before.
choice.
Yeah, I'll put it beforehand. So we probably just landed like a couple like an hour or so ago and like got done with our landing sequence and such. And so like his Val's first thing was to set up the workshop and then probably go set up other stuff too. But yeah, he I guess yeah, I'll say we have some helper robots to like basically
Oh, cool. Like little like drone things? Yeah.
Yeah, because we have like because I described earlier we have like a bunch of crates of stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like-
And
Okay.
those are the things in the crates. Okay.
Yeah, so he's got like a tablet or something, and he's like
Initializing them, right?
he's like XCOMing the drones.
Oh. Yeah, awesome.
Um,
Oh, cool. So like you have like this little like isometric pad thing with like a
Yeah.
grid laid out, and you're like drawing the dots to them. Yeah.
that's
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
the
Cool.
drone, like, move them
Cool.
over.
Yeah, I totally see that. Cool.
That's fun.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I love it.
now that, yeah, and now it's I guess now we're getting into sciencey stuff. Would we be wearing our spacesuits since we're on Mars's surface?
It depends. Are you setting? Well, think of it this way: are you setting up the physical workshop, or are you setting up the like external set of it? Or are you actually setting it up inside for your experiments?
Yeah, like are you building the module or setting up the like appliances that you need?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. No wait.
The
yeah.
workshop has solar panels, by the
I
way.
got it. Yep. I got it. I got it figured out.
Okay.
So I'm still in the ship, like in like a observation deck or something like that, and I'm like watching the drones outside set it up, and then they connect to the two. Like this whole process takes like a few hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And like they connect the two with like like kind of as it's on the picture, like a tunnel or one of these like connector tubes or something.
Yes.
And once that's there, like the Siri voice comes over, like workshop connection stabilized, and then I go from where I am. So I'm just in my like blue engineer uniform or whatever, and yeah, now that it's actually set up, now I go down to the bottom and over to the workshop, and now is when I start setting up. Now it's a much more personal. I'm actually doing all the stuff like setting up like some equipment or whatever. Like,
What kind of equipment? More electronic stuff?
yeah, the workshop is where all the like electronic stuff probably is for like repairing stuff. So I'm sure like some of the ship's systems like had malfunctions or broke or whatever, and so like maybe there's like some thruster parts and some like maybe like some like filter modules for the like the air system or whatever. It's like,
Okay.
This is where I'm gonna fix the stuff so we can get back, basically.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And in case anything breaks on our voyage here.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
like,
cool.
So there's like a bunch of ship
Yeah.
parts, like electronic things, like laying around the workshop and such.
Okay. Sure, it's like a Radio Shack. It's like the back of a Radio Shack. Got it.
So
Okay.
yeah. So the actual like
Rip.
scene of itself, like, so the scene that takes place over maybe like 5 hours, but the actual us watching it is like a montage of
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Of
robots
drones.
setting it up,
Drones
putting
building Legos. Yeah.
Yeah, then we end it with me like looking over everything. I'm like, all right, yeah,
Cool.
because I'm like in my element now, definitely, like totally, completely.
Okay. So now we move the session, right? Should be at 3 now because we've all done.
Yes. Should be
This
at
will be our third one.
I'm gonna move to set up the agriculture dome. So I'm gonna go down here.
Okay.
So I think instead of being like this very kind of how do I want to class this? Instead of being a very solid structure, I think it's a very kind of temporary greenhouse-like thing. So I think I'm kind of operating the drones in the same way, and maybe I go to Valve for a little bit of help because I have no idea what I'm doing. So the little Radio Shack drones go out, and effectively erect a massive kind of like bubble tent around just a stretch of like metal that we've had kind of like laid out there.
Can I flavor it so that the robots are basically all Wally?
Sure, if you want. But they just have like cracks and they have like little grabby arms.
Yeah.
And so this goes on for a few hours, and they basically just set up that, and then they head back to the original ship, and they kind of go into the cargo bay, what has become the cargo area, and take out a few large sort of metal containers that have a bunch of holes in them and stuff. And they drag them out to the agriculture dome, and they kind of set them up in like rows, how you would see like any kind of plant grown.
Sure. Like any sort of like farming, like agriculture, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I head out there after all that's done in spacesuit, and I have to take a bit of a spacewalk to get over there. And when I get over there, it's very quiet. It's very serene. I'm not, I can't really be bothered by anyone. They've set me up a little kind of research station and a kind of little computer terminal that I can work from. And I have comms back to the ship, but basically it's pretty disconnected, and I'm not like hearing any alerts. I'm not hearing any like comms broadcasts or anything. And so as I get there, I kind of start cracking open the chests that have all of the plant material in them, which are all kind of like packed up in this vacuum seal material that's kind of kept them like effectively kind of cryogenically stored, so they're not really like wilted or anything. And they've been fed nutrients through like the soil that they're currently resting in through something that's like connected into the chest. So I don't remove them from the chest materials. I just kind of leave them there. And I do this to every single crate until there's like 8, 9, maybe 10 crates that are done. And it's all kind of just like odd strains of corn and potatoes and
string beans. Yeah.
Like high starchy, high kind of protein, high fiber. And as I kind of free each one from this like saran wrap material that they're coated in, I pull out a little syringe that I've had like sewed on me in the suit, like in like an external pocket, and I kind of just like check around me real quick. And by this time, it's probably like late evening, so lights are going down, and all I've got are like the fluorescents that are in the dome. And I go to every single plant, and I just give it like a small, tiny, like maybe fraction of a second injection into like the main stem of it. And after I've done this to like every single plant that's there, I kind of like stand back and admire them for a second, and then I walk back toward the ship.
Oh, cool. Well, I wonder what you gave those plants. Cool. So I'm gonna move the tracker up one here. So now we reset our tokens and we do some more scenes. I think what I want to do is I want to do a scene for setting up the lab. Yeah, I do. I know what I want to do with the lab. I think we see. I think Hyun catches Commander Mew kind of setting up and like posting something up and like entering new security like codes into the systems on our ship here. And you hear our like Siri Cortana, like our computer voice of our ship that we've been having say like security system override enabled, and like you have those kind of things, and it's like enter your authorization code invalid authorization code authorization code enabled, welcome. And all the lights on the actual like module that we're living in here, they kind of like go like red, like emergency power for a second, and then like come back on, and then you hear like various doors around the building, and things go like doosh doosh doosh, like locking up and like changing and like reconfiguring, and then like you finally hear as the lights finally come back to normal, you hear like security settings re-enabled. Security settings configuration, clearance level black enabled, right? And you hear over the speakers or whatever saying like, crew, this is commander, this is your commander. There has been a slight change of plans for this regular mission. the lab has been retooled and reused for anyone above secret clearance, meaning only me and Val have access to the lab by NASA's orders. It's okay. Everything's fine. Trust me. Just letting you know that these changes were important. I had to keep you in the dark until we got here as part of the mission.
Is this after or before a rover scene?
This is after. And she then she's like, okay, well, I have to go now. Excuse me now as I go set things up. And you see she's like setting up new experiments involving I think she's actually working a little bit with some various robot kind of stuff. So like she needs your help, Val, for it. Okay. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I have an idea for a scene. If you're not like itching to go, Adam.
Yep. Yeah. Feel free.
Okay. So we're free to take the rover out now, right? You're cool with that? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take the rover out with the commander to the dunes.
All right, zoom all over to the dunes. The Dune tune.
To the Dunerinos.
Yeah.
All right. And I think to kind of like get the commander out here, I've kind of just said like, I want to go investigate the field lab. I want to make sure everything's functioning properly, that we don't have any like dangerous leaks or anything. Like ostensibly under that guise to get her in the rover and get her like out here.
Yeah. Very well.
And it probably takes us. Let's say this is like dawn. We started dawn of the morning after the security changes have gone into effect. And it takes us a few hours to get out there. And we kind of just like stop at the dunes. I'm driving the rover, and we kind of come to an abrupt stop at the top of one of the dunes. We both have spacesuits on at this point.
Of course,
and I briefly step out of the rover, and I kind of like lean over the hull of it, and I kind of just like stare outward toward the sun that's rising over like the Martian cliffs.
Yeah. The distant sun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like because we're communicating probably through comms at this point, I kind of like breathe a deep sigh, and I'm just like, Commander, can I be frank with you about something?
Oh, of course. What's on your mind?
I think as she talks, Dakota kind of like walks around the front of the rover and kind of just sits on the hood of it, and she's like, "You've brought us here under false pretenses, haven't you?"
She looks at you and is like, "What gave you that idea?" I didn't bring you on false pretenses.
And Dakota kind of like drums her fingers over the rover, and she's just like, "Well, you've lied to us this far. How am I to assume you're not acting on your own at this point?"
Your commander looks very disappointed with that response. She's like, "I didn't lie to you. I didn't keep you in anything. Trust me, if I could have had it any other way, I would have done this. This is outside my control. This is beyond a matter of national security. This is a matter of planetary security." I honestly wish I could have told you guys.
I think Dakota kind of like nods at that, kind of like not really like I already knew, but just like knowingly, like I get it, I get where you're coming from.
I mean, I never told you planetary security. Oh, I just did, didn't I? In that old scene, yeah, okay, yeah.
And she kind of nods, and she's just like, "Well, at least you were doing something not of your own volition, I suppose."
Yeah.
And then she kind of like turns her body toward you, and she's just like,
I want you to know If it makes you feel better, the experiments you're doing in the agricultural lab are going a long way for the future of humanity.
Um, and she kind of, you can't see it, but under the helmet, she kind of smirks a little bit, and she's just like, well, I didn't think you'd be monitoring my progress this early, but I guess I should have known better.
Yeah. I'm your commander. Of course I'm monitoring everything. Your safety and security is my responsibility.
I think Dakota kind of turns back toward the sunset, and she just says like, I understand that, but well, you have your security to think about as well. Are you sure you want to go ahead with phase 4?
She sighs a little bit again, and she's like, my life is not as important as the mission.
I think Dakota kind of.
Can you say the same?
Dakota kind of nods at that again, and she's just like, I don't think my life is worth as much as the mission anyway. I don't think there's anything worth salvaging. So, I suppose you're right. And then she kind of, she leans forward at the last minute, and she's just like, I don't know if I can say the same for the rest of them, though.
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about Captain Hune.
She shrugs, and she's like, I can push up his testing phase a little bit ahead of schedule. The rest of them, they'll progress as normal.
Oh my god. Now, she looks to you. Your Commander Mew looks at you and is like, and how are you doing? Are you okay with it? Are you okay with everything going on?
Dakota kind of leans back on the hood, and she's just like, it doesn't really matter if I'm okay with it anymore.
Are you progressing?
Dakota kind of like flexes her fingers a little bit, and she winces under the helmet, and she's like, probably a little bit faster than I'd like, but I'm probably the optimal subject. I can't slow tests at this point. And then she turns back, and she's just like, I suppose it's somewhat fitting that I go first. Deeds fit the crime.
I'm not sure what I would actually say per se, but like I would definitely say something pithy to or like witty about saying crime. It's like, it's not a crime. It's for the benefit of man. If it's not a crime if we're saving mankind, right? Like something like that, you know. It's like kind of like dramatic, kind of. Like the Commander Mew very much believes in the mission. Like the deception and everything like this was completely necessary. Clearly, something's going on that.
Yeah, I think in reply to that, Dakota like briefly turns back to her one last time before we like wipe, and she's just like, 7 billion deaths or 1 murder. What's the greater crime? And then she kind of like just turns back.
Do you think we should roll to see how it ends?
Yeah, I think.
The honest conversation?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d6 for us.
All right. Yeah, it is my scene. 1d6. 3. So
for those at home, that's a 3.
Yeah.
So
perfect.
I think
yeah.
The rest of the conversation just fades to silence.
So we don't actually go to the field lab, but we just return home.
We just kind of like spin our wheels, go in circles for a bit, and then just return back to make it look like we went there.
Yeah. Awesome. Super good scene. Thank you for that. That was cool. Scooting back over. I'm going to move the launch window. Each turn. Yep, move the sun to the launch window. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so...
Let me look down here. Oh, I got one. I'm going to go to the agricultural lab. No?
Yeah. I think Adam has propriety at this point.
Does he?
Do we?
No, I think we just reset, so like we can go whatever time we want, right?
We're on 6, and I think you and I have gone twice. Adam's only gone once, so this would.
Oh, thank you for catching me. I'm slipping. Yeah, I'm slipping.
No, it's fine. I was
So
unsure.
super sorry. Yeah, it's getting that midnight threshold for me. The old ticker is starting to need calibrating. Yeah.
Cogs are breaking. Martian dust is infecting everything.
Yeah, Martian dust. That's exactly what it is.
Coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
I think what I want to do. It's funny because it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, we're gonna be we're gonna be in the galley, and so all four of us.
Okay.
Yeah, all four of us are here.
Okay.
And Val has like what we're maybe this like a little while after the two of you got back. Like Hune and I think you went out to the field lab or somewhere for something like, and you got back like a half hour ago or something like that. And then over the comms, Val just is like, could I get everybody to come to the galley for something quick?
Mm-hmm.
And then
what is it, Val?
I think Dakota arrives drunk.
Oh jeez.
Not as in like a humorous thing, just like drinking her sorrows away, kind of drunk.
Oh yeah, no, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Val's kind of like he's like standing and he's like kind of pacing, but like not. He's like pretty much standing in the same spot, like a step and then a step, like back and forth, kind of like he's not like walking around in circles. He's just like fidgeting. He's fidgeting like near a table, kind of where he's like eventually everybody like gets together, and he has like a tablet in his hand or whatever, and he like slides it forward like for the table to see. And I think it's it's like his results from that test or like the checkup that Dakota did back in the ship, where like it was
yeah,
it's here, like it's officially this it's space scurvy or whatever it is, and
SS2, space scurvy 2. SS2 is its code. It's a scientific name.
Yeah, so he slides that forward, and with recent events, didn't feel right to mislead anybody or omit anything anymore. And that's he gives it's a quick glance, but that was a very pointed like thing towards the commander.
Mm-hmm.
Like didn't feel right keeping this from anybody anymore. I don't know how much time I got left. Dakota knows about this beforehand. About this is from what she did back on the ship when we kind of found out. Not sure how much longer I got, but I wanted you all to know about it. Be aware that, as far as I know, any day I might not wake up to finish what I'm supposed to do here. But I'm going to do whatever I can to see this through to the end.
I think Commander Mew is kind of like sniffling and like trying to be very stoic, but like the facade is crumbling a little bit. And I think she says, I know Captain Val is all she can get out, and it's like it's been I want you to know that I wish things could have been different on this mission, and it's been a pleasure serving with you.
Mm-hmm.
But there are things that there are parts of our mission that are greater than ourselves. We were
I know.
selected. We were selected for this mission, for a very particular reason. I chose you all for very particular reasons.
The thing that's important to me,
I was chosen for a very particular reason.
the thing that's most important to me is waiting for my call in about 2 hours.
I know. And it's like very silent and macabre a little bit.
And it's just so like drilling because everybody already knew.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like why it's like silent. It's like
I know. He's like, no, this is a big reveal. Why aren't you guys more upset about this?
yeah. And instead, it's like it's mute, right?
Yeah.
Which is like even kind of more weird.
Right. Yeah. He's like, I think it's just like everybody else is silent because like they already knew, but like he's silent just it's like, what? I guess he's not sure what he was expecting, but it wasn't this. Yeah.
Cool. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick scene. Let me progress the chart, right? Or did we? No, wait.
Yep.
Progress.
Yeah, we should be at 7 now.
Yep. So this is going to be a quick little vignette. This is actually just going to be a scene with myself and the doctor. With Dakota. You're not going to answer. This is just we're going to end with a question. You're not going to answer it. You're just going to be in the scene with me, and we were walking through the quickly growing plant stuff. And we see that the plants that we were placed on that were growing, like the original, like the corn and stuff like that, they don't look like corn or they don't look like potatoes. Like they look slightly yellowish. However, they look very verdant still, like vibrant. They just don't look right. And we're just walking through, examining the different plants, like strolling through, going back up and down through the aisles. And I think I just remarked saying that it looks like our terraforming plants are taking to Martian soil. And that's all I want to say.
Cool.
So the answer is what grows.
Yes.
I have a thing that I kind of want to do, unless you had a.
No, go ahead. I'm still pondering on it.
Cool. So I'm gonna be in the workshop. And then I would like Dakota to be in
Santa.
So kind of once again, like it's probably actually pretty jarring, like for Mars, like our sleep schedules are probably very weird now because like we're very tired when like the sun's up and like
yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah
so wherever the sun is, it's probably like midday or something, but like for our internal clocks it's like late or something, so it's like very weird with like the light like just piercing down.
How long are Martian days? Are they
23 hours 56 minutes?
Oh.
Like basically exactly the same as Earth days, but that still works for us being like fucked up from
yeah.
trip.
Oh yeah,
like our circadian rhythms are just off.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're probably like off from each other and like yeah, so
totally
whatever. So but yeah, it's like whatever I guess like our internal clocks are different from what the the plant time.
So we're groggy and sleepy and we're okay.
Irritable.
Yeah, but it's so it's like late, and I'm working on like something for the ship, and like it's like a thruster or something like that. Like so it's like a big like thing from the back of the ship that like is like off and like hanging from something, and I'm like like underneath it like with like a screwdriver, and like I've got like a lot of bags under my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, it's like so I think obviously you can say why you're coming in or whatever, but like I think Dakota enters and like but I don't notice whatever, and you just hear him shout like damn it, and he like throws a wrench across the room or something. Or maybe she's a walk past or what or something. So what however you want to enter the scene.
I think Dakota's kind of just strolling in to talk to him after the business of what would have, I guess, been like a day or two before. And she kind of jumps a little bit as the wrench clatters against the back wall, and she kind of leans down and kind of looks under the thruster, kind of peeks under it. And she tries to force a smile, even though she knows it's kind of pointless. And she catches sight of meets the gaze of Val while he's working under there, and she's like, "Hi, Val. Are you busy right now?"
Little busy. What's up?
So she kind of grabs like one of those backboards that can roll that like people used to move up and under cars with. And she kind of like scoots underneath of the thruster with you, and she kind of like braces her hands over her chest to fit. And she says, "You know, we all still care about you, even though we knew. You don't doubt that, do you?"
No, I don't.
She kind of turns to you, and she thinks on this for a second, and she's like, what are you hoping to accomplish? You said before that there was something you had to do here. What are you holding out for?"
I don't know what all the secrets and omissions and whatever being held from everybody are, but I've been thinking about what's important, so I know I'm not going to make it to when the ship eventually takes off, but all of you are.
I think Dakota kind of smiles, and she's like, kind of just like knowingly, and she thinks on it for a second. And she says, "You know, you might not be the only one who doesn't make it back. I mean, we are running into some problems you don't know about."
Whatever my job was supposed to be here, it's changed. This thruster has got a problem with the ignition system. Without fixing it, the Raven's not going to take off. I'm going to get it fixed. And the three of you are getting back to Earth.
I think she kind of like reaches out, and this time kind of like unabashedly, like just doesn't care about whatever like you're gonna think about it. She kind of like grips your hand, like a free hand that you have with like her right hand, and she squeezes it briefly, and she's just like, "Well, what if I want to stay here? What if I don't want to go home?"
I guess his face changes very slightly, like some amount of surprise, like his eyes kind of widen slightly, but then like kind of like they goes back to a more stoic look, and then not gonna be anything left for you here. Why would you want to do that?
I think she kind of smiles and kind of like tearfully, like tears aren't pouring down her cheeks yet, but she's kind of choked up, and she's just like, "There's nothing for me on Earth either, so better that I stay here, where there's a chance I can see something bloom, than go back to Earth and just wither."
And then I think it ends with just kind of like their so like Dakota like kind of like grab onto his hand, and then like it like fades to black as his hands kind of like grip around hers also.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it's so good. He wants to go back to Earth but can't. She doesn't want to go back to Earth but could. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like it's real, it's palpable.
Drama, folks.
How's the
How you
drama?
develop characters.
Nick.
That's what we call character development around, yeah.
Uh, all right. So a quick question: if I like, because we're like starting to run down to like the end of the launch phase, can I just like briefly set up a module and give a scene, like set up the module very briefly, and then deliver a small scene in that module?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Then I am gonna.
I'm fine with it. I mean, Adam, are you fine with it?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
So we're going to, yeah.
So I'm going to the return shuttle. So I think because of my my workstation's proximity to the return shuttle, I've kind of been overseeing the drone production of it and kind of like keeping it out of the hair of the captain or the pilot or anything. So the return shuttle's effectively just crafted from like a few similar components and some of the thrusters that were on the main ship that have detached from it since it kind of spread out into this station.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still obviously missing a few like key parts that Val's still working on and needs to finish before it's like operational and can get people off the planet. And I kind of I continue to kind of like oversee its production over the few days since I set up the agricultural center. And probably like a day or two after I had my conversation with Val, I go to the incomplete shuttle, which is still kind of like it doesn't have any like oxygen or anything routed to it yet. It doesn't have any of its life support systems or power online. And when I get to it, I still have the ring that I've been holding, but I made sure to wear it on the outside of my spacesuit this time. And I'm wearing it kind of like loosely on my pinky or like one of my smaller fingers, so it like still fits.
Yeah, so it fits. Yeah, exactly. It stays.
Over the heavy material.
Mm-hmm.
And I get up on the ship, and I try to like send the drones away just so I make sure I have like privacy to do this. So the drones head over back to like the main station or something. And I very like gingerly remove the ring. And it's not the one I had been wearing on my ring finger. It's the one I'd been wearing on the middle finger. And I kind of just take it off and I look at it for a second. And under the space mask, I shed a few tears for a moment and I try to like push away like what I'm about to do. And I some of the power systems are operational, so I open like a locker that's situated in. I imagine the entire shuttle's basically like the flight deck and basically nothing else. Like you have to sleep there, you have to eat there, etc. So I take the ring off and I fit it in one of the lockers that's like pre-set up for me, and I just kind of close it and leave the shuttle.
Oh, so you leave them in there in the shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I have a somewhat similar scene. Do you mind if I so we're getting into the last two rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I want to do, if that's okay. I want to do a report to Earth. So
we Major Tom ground control.
Yeah. We look. This is a scene done from a like a VOD. So it looks like it's like a recording, right? So it's like playing from a panel. And it says to the director and security council.
Oh wait, can I just maybe add a little bit of clarification? Are you saying like we're watching this after the fact, like way in the future, like maybe
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or like this would be what their intended audience would be getting in a couple hours or whatever, right?
Right.
So we're looking at that point of view. To the director and security council, our mission has been not without its complications. However, I am and you see that our commander Mew is kind of like also getting sick now, and getting kind of like worse. And she's like, we're proud to report that the terraforming plants are reaching critical mass. Our studies and reports have shown that our theories were too what's the word, conservative, in their success, and that Mars may once again be green and fit for overpopulated Earth. I want you to know that our crew did our mission without question. Hyun has already passed away from our illness. Val has been the most heroic person I've ever met. Dakota has been fearless in the face of this adversity. I could not have asked for a more amazing team to to serve with. Since this will be my last, likely my last report to Earth, I want you to know that Earth will have another home or something. You know, like
Our future is secured.
yeah. And then she like kind of struggles to hit the end, and then you see like it fade out, and you have like a little like black screen with the little like red thing that says like and
transmission.
Yeah, and transmission. Thank you. Yeah, that's my scene.
Can I have the last scene?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Or
I
I guess.
I had an idea for it, but yeah, you can.
I guess.
Don't worry.
Okay. I guess,
If you want to throw another scene on, I don't care. Right? Like,
Okay.
you want to do it?
okay.
Yeah.
I want to wrap it all up at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to do something like now, yeah, you go, and then I have something.
Oh,
I
I know what I can
happy
do then.
ending.
I know what I can do in the interim then. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
I mean, like, I want to say this as a player, since we're also getting close and wrapping it up. Like, I don't know why we had to die.
We didn't have to. We chose to.
Aha.
That's how we directed the story.
Awesome.
That was never the ultimate consequence. We turned it into that.
Okay.
Oh shit. Then yes, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this scene and I'm gonna put myself in the satellite array. And I'm going to stage it very much like Eric's. Sorry to steal from you.
No problem.
But it's
super good, right?
So it's gonna be basically like a pre-recorded video message that I have set to transmit a certain amount of time after.
Yeah.
Probably like a month or two after everything here wraps up. And I have it set to go to Hank directly.
Oh.
So
Fuck.
I sit down in the satellite array.
That's so good.
And off screen, I'm basically like holding a syringe in my hand, very similar to the ones I've had before. And this one just has kind of like a clear liquid. And part of my spacesuit's already kind of like the wrist section is already pulled back, so I can easily inject it into a vein. I sit down in front of the chair and I take a deep sigh and I try to compose myself for a few seconds. And then I turn on like the record feature, and I force as wide a smile as I can, and I look into the monitor, like soul piercingly into the monitor, and I say, Hank, I'm sorry I left you when you had offered me the world, when you'd offered me so much more than I could have dreamed of, when you offered me a life, when you offered me a future. I gave that up for a fruitless pursuit. I gave it away for my own selfish ends. I gave the life and the hopes and the dreams that you offered me up because I was a child, because I had no idea what I wanted, because I just flitted about without a care in the world for you, for myself, for anyone around me. And I wanted to repay you in the smallest way that I can. So, I've secured you a future this time. You don't have to worry about me, or yourself, or the family you want to build any longer. And I think
God.
like that's the end of it. I get you. So,
Mm.
Perfect, dude.
right before I end the video, I kind of like cut it off, and then I inject the liquid that I have in the syringe into my veins, and then it just
God
works.
damn it. Like, so we have me doing like the mission what's best for like humanity. You having what's best for your love. Like, fuck. It's so good. Perfect.
I wanted to tie up the backstory so you knew where it was coming from.
Honestly, that's perfect. That was, oh my god, I can't wait. Okay. Adam,
All right, so
Bring the feels home.
bring it home. Yeah.
So we fade away from that to just place me in the appropriate part. So we fade away from that, and then we fade in. Like we start off in the sky, and it's just we see like maybe like futuristic, cool, like flying hover car or whatever, like fly by, and the camera pans down to like a very sci-fi futuristic like
Colony.
what's the city from Guardians of the Galaxy movie? Whatever that city was called, like it looked.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it looks.
Oh, the thing in the skull.
No, not it, like the first one they were on. That like
The pristine, very
Xanthar.
nice city. Yeah.
Xanthar or whatever it was called. It will. Okay. I'll explain it. I guess like it's a very nice, very like.
Oh yeah.
Like,
The capital city. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a lot of like
Verdant. Yeah.
and like
Star
futuristic
Trek clean
arts.
future. Yes.
Yeah, very very bright, very clean and everything.
Yeah.
Like it kind of pans down on that with like it's like a lot of people like walking the walkways, like kids laughing, and like there's like stores and restaurants and stuff. And the camera kind of comes down to like a park, and we kind of come down in on a young girl, and she is it's kind of like of vague ethnic background, and then we come up to like a woman standing next to her, and her skin is like that same like darkish lightish mocha that we saw when we saw Lily.
Oh, nice.
And so the young girl like kind of like steps into the grass and like reaches out and touches like a little like stone, and it, and she looks up at the woman and like, what does it say, mommy? And then the woman like smiles and kneels down and she says it's a thank you to the people that made this all happen.
To the crew of the Raven.
And then she like, you mean Grandpa? Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
And then and then like looking at it like to the people who made the ultimate like to the people who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we may suffer nevermore, the crew of the Raven.
Ah.
God.
I like that.
See, and then it just fades to black and says "Fiend" at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roll credits. Damn, guys.
Oh man, so good.
Guys, life on Mars. I can't believe we played the whole thing in
know.
the time. I can't believe I was an idiot and asked him what we could abbreviate to play this game because we did it perfectly. So thank you, Ross. This is amazing.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Seriously.
Crap. This
Yeah.
I love this game. I love this episode. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I know there's really games like this. It's hard to say much about it because it's literally just here's a bunch of prompts, make an awesome thing.
Right? This game is so like simple but so much fun. Like I don't know. I love this design. I love it. It's just so much fun.
The only thing I have about it is I guess I don't. The whole thing about creating a module before you can use it seems. I guess maybe we're like a little. I don't know. It's I guess a little awkward.
Yeah,
but
why is it necessary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if I knew why it was there, it might make more sense. But like, just I guess, and then maybe you're supposed to do more with the scenes or something like that. But like,
I think it would work better if it was integrated that like how I did it, you build the module and then immediately play a scene out, because it seems like what it's having you do by build the module is that if you want to do anything like secretive or anything, like you want to do it away from the other characters, that's the time you can do it in.
But like, I think you're right. But in a story game, you could just do that anyways.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's
Yeah.
like it's very clunky because it's just like, sorry, Ross Cowman.
I know. I'm curious about this too. For me, what I think of this is I would rather just this be like a one-time off prompt that you could use, right?
Yeah,
Instead of
like
it
only
being
do that when you
first, it's an option. It's a pink sentence on every module, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
and it describes maybe like a problem with the
something like that.
construction,
It's
or like
backup.
describing something new about the construction,
or maybe
Right.
like the first time someone uses like the lab or the workshop, they have to use this prompt. But then
Yeah.
after that, you can use the other ones.
Oh yeah, like yeah, exactly. It's the same idea. Yeah, you have to incorporate this element in the construction of the the
So you're still
module
setting it
while
up,
you're doing.
but
Yeah,
like there's more of like
Right.
yeah.
The way that it's structured, it's very disjoint from the way that the rest of the prompts run because it has no prompt. It's just like, oh, you set up the module.
Yeah.
yeah.
And specifics would be really nice because, like, I mean, that's a general. The prompt for the modules themselves, setting them up, is general. It'd be nice if it said like, okay, set up the lab. What catastrophe happens? What secret happens, etc.
Yeah. Like,
And
Oh my god, did you guys see chat?
What is chat? Is it blowing up?
What Croak said? It said, "Let me."
oh, say about the shepherd.
Yeah, let me tell you about the shepherd.
I knew the moment you introduced the little girl, I was like, yeah, that's Lily's daughter. That has to be.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good.
I did,
Yeah.
everything about that was very. It was really obvious, but you're supposed to do what's obvious.
No, no problem with it. I was just like,
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, right.
It hit me, like as Eric was doing his scene, it hit me like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect ending.
Yeah,
And then
it
like do an
it's
ending. If you want to fit something in, do your thing. But I want to have our epilogue.
there's no there's nothing. I loved it too. Like I don't know why I don't know why people are so afraid of doing like the trope-ish kind of things, right? It's like no, it works so good. Like,
And it's not even in this kind of. It's not even like just story games either. Like I find it with like a lot of games. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not creative. I'm not funny enough. Like you don't. No, we're not comedians. We're not like award winning
no.
movie writers. Like we're just coming up with. We're just doing stuff. Like
Yeah.
you went and saw Star Wars today. Pick something out of Star Wars that you liked and put that in the scene.
The
Like,
most yeah.
I stole
anything.
from Dead Space.
yeah.
If you realize.
I never played Dead Space. See, and that's why it's awesome because I had no idea.
And it's great too.
Oh.
Like we bounced off each other. Like the sickness thing was I came up with like in the very first scene
Yeah.
of the game, and it just spiraled into this huge thing where like we had to become sick to do whatever. Or whatever.
The number one skill you need in story games is listening.
Listening.
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah, exactly.
listening. Because what people say is important. Like that's the most important thing you
That's
do.
how you
And
build storylines. You follow up what people say and you reincorporate.
exactly.
Yeah, I guess
You
I
progress.
hope if anyone watching this, like that's the thing that they get out of it is like
Oh, yeah.
none of this was planned out. None of us are like, no, yeah, I'm a writer. I'm a great writer. That's why I can play these. Like
No.
we're just
No.
dudes.
No.
Because if you were a great writer, you would have written your own story away
Right,
from
exactly.
someone else instead of having a story with the group.
Actually, I take that back. I am a writer. Actually, The Martian was played actually off one of these games I played the first time I played this game. That's all. I'm just saying. It's my credit. Credit goes to me, right?
Eric is Matt Damon.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm also Matt Damon. I directed the game as well.
You directed the game.
As well as the movie and everything, and the book.
Peter
Matt Damon wrote the book.
EricVulgaris.
Yeah, Matt Damon is just my.
EricVulgaris is now that pseudonym that director.
Matt Damon is my nom de plume.
It's actually just some very good stunt actor that appears in every single movie. It's actually Eric. Guys.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's I love this.
Yes,
I
it was
I can't wait. If you guys want more Fall of Magic, Wednesday, same bat time, same bat place, 9 p.m. Pacific, my channel. twitch.tv/EricVulgaris. These VODs will be going up on YouTube tomorrow afternoon. So if anybody missed it or anything like that, I would love it if you guys share it around. I'll also put the links there for how to get the game from Ross at the Heart of the Deernicorn Designs. And if you like this game, also check out my VODs and Roll20 presents Fall of Magic, which is a similar game, only fantasy and like more like token-esque. Because these are super fun games. I'm almost I want to say it. I think these are the games. If I wanted to introduce a new player to role-playing games, I think I would start with this in a way. Unless you want someone from like a more board gamey background, right? But like if you wanted somebody to like here's how you role play and like tell a story, like this is
If you're taking someone from a board gamey background, you're gonna have a hard time anyway.
True. Then like maybe something more D&D or whatever,
I would
right?
love
But
to
like
see more things like this, either from Ross or from people that see this and think it's really cool. And
Intro level story games that are easy for people to approach.
Yeah. Like zero prep, zero.
More constraints, more limits, no prep, small players.
Yeah.
Easily done in 3 to 5 hours.
Yeah, right? Like, it was an amazing story today.
Rocks are a really good way to do it, though, I found.
What?
Well, if you're going...
I didn't hear the first thing you said. I think it was an internet thing. What you said moths?
No, prompts.
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 Prompts. Like moths are essential in story games.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Nick.
More moths here. More Luna moths. I found that, like, through the experiences that I've had on WOG and just, like, playing through story games, I have found a markedly easier time working within prompts.
You just call us WOG?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
OUAG.
I have an acronym name! Oh my god!
WOG!
WOG!
I found that with starting with prompts, it's always easier to build a story.
Wogonauts?
Yeah. I can throw away my creativity and be like, alright, there's a prompt.
Yeah.
So I think that might be the key for all you other game designers out there. Start with prompts if you're going to build an amateur story game, because I think that's a good way to approach it.
Yeah, and keep in mind that like this is a story game. Like there's no mechanics here for resolution.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Right. There's nothing here.
We found a resolution.
Yeah. We just
a resolution.
Yeah. So this has been episode 8 of season 2 of Once Upon a Game. Season 1 and season 2 are VODs are all on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/EricVulgaris. They're all there. They're all I have organized them all by not only order of them debuting, so you can just watch them all like whatever 100 hours worth of content. But I also did it by games. So if you're interested in a particular game that I've featured, because we like to do a lot of like indie, more create narrative focused kind of games here.
Yeah.
Season 1 focused entirely on GM-less story games, and since then I've kind of branched out more to include more GM games that also allow more player feedback.
Yep.
So, I'm your host here. If you're interested in playing with me sometime, I have a schedule. I'm always looking for new players. Go ahead and type !Discord into the chat. Get a link to my Discord channel here. You can hang out with us cool story gamers, and we can get you scheduled up here and play. I would love to have you on here. No experience required. A big reason why I do this is because I love these kind of games. I love how little prep they are, and how easy it is for anybody to get into them, I think. Obviously, some games aren't for everyone. That's totally cool. No pressure. If you don't want to play, you rather watch, that's totally fine too, right? But like, hopefully this game inspires you to like, go play this with your brother or something like that, right?
Yeah.
This is something that you can do.
Unless he's a dick.
Yeah. Screw that guy.
Even then, try.
Charles. Damn it, Charles.
Charles, if you're listening.
Got my
that's me. I'm Eric. I'm kind of a part-time streamer. I stream pretty much every day but Thursday. You can go to EricVulgaris.com/schedule. See my normal schedule and stream stuff. Follow me on Twitter. I announce other things there and show pictures of my dog and cat. That's what I do.
Okay.
So yeah. So
should I intercede with my outro?
Yes. Take it away.
I am Nick Willett. You can find me on the Discord at Nick It's very complicated, so you might have to type some letters in.
Mother of God.
I make games. They are usually pretty good. I hope. Anyway, you can find me on there. Talk to me about stuff. I like discussing ideas. So
Yeah.
willing to listen to me ramble.
Yeah.
Cool. My Twitter's been on the whole thing, so there you go.
And last but certainly not least.
Hello. I am Tuxtradamus. Today was fun. I had fun. Such tragedy, much wow, much drama. Yeah, I'm Tuxtradamus. I do streaming and tweeting at that name. Now that I'm fun employed, I'll probably be doing more stuff.
Yeah. I wish I was unemployed. I would spend a solid week just doing this.
I'll be like,
and then I would lament. And then I would lament horribly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be like, no responsibilities for a while, and then I'm.
And then
like,
it's like bills.
I need thing.
Oh,
so
no.
yeah, but something I guess spotlight. Something I'm trying to get together is a Urban Shadows thing.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
always here.
that was the one game we had to audible on in the history of Once Upon a Game. It's Urban Shadows by Mark D.S. Truman. Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is basically make like an open like city. Stuff's happening in the city. People can join in. Basically have like sessions.
West Marches City kind of thing.
Yeah, West Marches kind of city. Urban Shadows game viewer open world thingy.
So for our viewers who don't know what Urban Shadows is, what could you give us a little pitch?
Yes. So Urban Shadows is like it's an urban fantasy thing. So we focus on a city, like a modern day city, and we throw in vampires and we throw in werewolves and we throw in wizards and fey creatures and how the heck they interact with each other. And spoiler alert, it usually ends up pretty bad.
Yeah.
And we explore all of that.
Yeah. It's kind of like Angel meets The Wire.
Yeah, there we go.
Is how people I've heard it described, or like World of Darkness kind of games. So like Mage. Oh my god, all of them.
Yeah.
Literally.
I didn't have a one-liner description. That's a very good one. So yeah, I'm gonna use that from now on.
Yeah, you're welcome. I stole that from someone else. Don't worry. I do that.
And there might be something in the book too. Yeah. I can take their things from that too.
So yeah. Also, that designer is really cool. Mark D.S. Truman. He's doing a lot of cool stuff.
The book is fantastic.
Yeah, the book is also really good. So last but not least, certainly, thank you everyone who turned out today. My Twitch viewers, my woggers apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I just want to say, I want to take a couple moments and just say, thank you so much for tuning in and watching today. Thank you so much to everybody who hosted me today. Tux, Adam Coble, AP Gaming. You guys, Kelsa, I think Kelsa did. I don't know. She does it all the time. I love her anyways for doing it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for doing all of this for me. I really appreciate it if you're not following already, if you just hit that follow button, or just sharing that I do this stuff for my VODs and be like, hey, if you want to find a game, that kind of stuff. If you don't, that's fine too. Just keep tuning in because I love you guys. It means so much that people actually want to watch this shit. That people don't just want to play D&D forever, right? And they want to see other games out there that are super easy to play and super fun. That warms my heart because I love games. I don't want to talk bad about D&D because I love D&D too, right? But it's just like I love the my gaming love has no bounds. So I just love dealing games to people to play. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to my followers today. So that was Full Link, Share the Pudding, Ravenar King, Garfield, and RPG Glory. Thank you guys today. Super awesome. Oh, I missed. Oh, fuck. Wow. Did I? Oh, I didn't. I put a T in it. Oh shit, I didn't put. Oh man.
Wow.
The whole time. the whole time. I'll
I'm
make
gonna
sure
have, like,
it's
thousands
gonna be
of followers.
yeah it's gonna be fixed in the show notes. Don't worry. I can CGI that. So guys, thank you so much. Thanks for staying up late for some story games. I love it. I love that you guys are here. I love playing this game. I love hosting these games.
Yes.
So yeah, get at me if you want to play some more. Nick, Adam, it's always a pleasure. Love you guys
Love being here.
Yeah, I love you guys
Always.
being here as guests on the show. So yeah.
Wednesday.
Yep. So see you guys Wednesday. Wednesday is currently full. I think it's gonna be a 4-player game of Life on Mars. So good to see what it's like for all 4. So that's gonna be fun. There's no Once Upon a Game on Sunday though. I can already tell you guys that now. I'm doing a Twitch meetup here in Seattle. That would be all day, so all those streams are canceled, unfortunately.
Cool.
But that would be like the first day I've ever canceled streaming, and since like October. So yeah, that's it for me. Everyone have a great night. Hearts to you all. Take care.